In this world that we live in, there are things that we don't know. We know there are things that we don't know. What these things are, we don't know because we don't know everything that we don't know. We know that there are things that we don't know, and we know that there are things about the things that we know that we still don't know, because we have not come to understand every possible cause of a particular phenomenon. Every possible cause of a particular phenomenon is not known, therefore there are other causes. Therefore we cannot rule out every possible form of inquiry about any possible causes, about what could be possibly causing something. But for us to turn around and say that these unknowns have been solved would in fact be incorrect, because there are still things that we don't know. And these things that we are claiming that, in this particular example, that we know, we don't actually know, we only think that we know. Or we may believe that we know. However, there are people who turn around and say that they know, when in fact they don't know. This makes things a little confusing. There are people who listen to the people who say that we know. They believe that they have been told correctly by a person who is of authority. So there are people who are talking about things which are unknown and unknowable as if they were known, because they've heard someone talk about them in a manner which was knowledgeable. These people see these things which we do not know about as being facts of the natural world, which of course they're not. They are hypothetical at best, and if they're not hypothetical, they are quite simply unknowns. So, we have to learn more about the things that we don't know. We can do this through trying to find out. We can't necessarily find out through listening to other people. We need to find out through researching, learning how to do the right variety of thought and analysis, and putting the right variety of thought and analysis into effect to try and get the right variety of experiences. We also need to challenge our experiences. We need to challenge the theories and hypotheses that we've come up with when trying to analyze the way that the world seems to work, to try and analyze the things that we don't know, to see whether there is a way of knowing something about the things that we don't know. We need to expand our knowledge bit by bit through research, through understanding, and building up reserves of ideas, thoughts, feelings, and ways of approaching these things that we don't know. And what will the result be? Well, we still won't know. But we may have had some interesting experiences, some of which will have encouraged us to ask more questions, and some of which will have given us some indications of possibly where the answers will lie. Like it or not, we will probably make mistakes on the way. If we make mistakes on the way, then we may end up believing something that is essentially not true, or indeed believing that we understand something when in fact we do not. Essentially, the process of investigation is experimental, and we very rarely come out with hard and fast facts. We can come out with hypotheses, but no real hard and fast facts, necessarily. But on the other hand, after having said all this, I could be wrong. Nate Dutch signing out for now.